whatever it is that you're struggling with. We have Trent Chapman, our short sale expert, on the line. Hey, Trent, are you there?
Hey, how's it going, Mike?
Hey, buddy, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I know you're on your way to a wedding, and we really appreciate you joining us and taking the time to call in today and help out, and help us out in terms of being a resource for people who, are have some questions or are going through some things.
I'd rather be there with you, Mike, than going to a wedding, but,
Oh, now don't say that. You're gonna get in trouble with your wife, man. I'm gonna get in trouble. So, but here's the, and I appreciate that, man. I really do. Here's the deal. Obama came out with this new program. The Obama administration came out with this new program last week, and the whole idea behind it is they're trying to expand a program that has not really done what it was supposed to do. And that program is HARP. It's Home Affordable Refinance Program. And what they're trying to do is by expanding these guidelines, they're trying to reach out to more homeowners. The challenge that we have is these are homeowners that are underwater, and you cannot have a late payment in the last 6 months. In your opinion, knowing what you know about this, and I know it's brand new, and I know that all the guidelines haven't come out yet, but in your opinion, what do you think? How many people do you think this is going to reach?
Well, the government always gives their opinion of how many people will reach. They said 1 million homeowners because, first of all, you have to have your loan with Fannie or Freddie, meaning you might make your payments to Bank of America or Wells Fargo.
Right.
Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac must own your loan in order to qualify for this program.
Right. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that for just a second? If you're listening out there and you don't know whether your home loan is actually owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, which would be the first qualification Trent's talking about to qualify for this program, what you can do is go to makinghomeaffordable.org. That's makinghomeaffordable.org or .gov. Pardon me, makinghomeaffordable.gov, gov. And what you can do is go in there and find out. There's actually a link in there that you can click on to find out whether your home loan is actually owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac.
Yeah, that's the loan lookup tool.
Right.
You can also go if you can't find that site, you can also go to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. They each have their own loan lookup tool. The good thing about the makinghomesaffordable.gov website is you can look up both Fannie and Freddie.
Right.
If you go to Fannie Mae, you can look up see if yours with Fannie Mae. Then you have to go to Freddie Mac. So yeah, go to makinghomeaffordable.gov and you can look up your loan type. Now, the unfortunate part is there's about 7 million homeowners who will not be helped with this program because they don't have their loan. Their loan's not owned by Fannie or Freddie. So it only reaches loans that are owned by them. And here's one thing that they did change. If your loan to value is 80% or higher than 80%, you qualify. So you can have a little bit of quote-unquote equity because most people, when they have an 80% loan to value, they might be able to qualify for a mortgage. At 85% loan to value, there's not many programs out there. So what they've done is try to extend the qualifications to anybody who owes over 80% of what the home's worth.
Right.
So I see this helping maybe, their estimate's $1 million. I'm saying it'd be probably $500,000. Currently, it's slated to last 2 years, 2012 through 2013. In that time frame, they hope to help 1 million, but I'm going to say it's probably closer to $500,000 or less. Just because what I've seen on the short sale side, they came out with the HAPA program. That's the Homes Affordable Foreclosure Alternative Program.
Correct.
And that only has helped, I think as it stands right now in almost 2 years, less than 100,000 homeowners.
Wow.
So it hasn't really done a whole lot that they expected it to. So that's the thing. The government programs are good for some people. For most people, it's not going to be a big thing that's going to affect them.
So it'll help a few, but it's not going to help the majority of them.
That's how I see it. I know you've probably seen it just as much as I have, that anytime that the government tries to make the banks do things, the banks usually don't cooperate too well because they really can't force them. That's why with Fannie and Freddie, they have more leverage because for all intents and purposes, they actually are owned by the federal government. Before it used to be they were just insured by them. Now they're owned by them. For Fannie and Freddie, yeah, it's a great thing. But for anyone else, any of their banks or any of their investors, most of these programs won't help them.
Right. Yeah, and actually, you make a great point. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are actually in conservatorship, and they're actually run by the FHFA. And the FHFA conservator is basically his whole deal when they interview him is that he's there to protect the taxpayer. And you're absolutely right. The government cannot make these lenders do anything. Now I can tell you this: I did find out just this morning that Bank of America has signed on and said that, or said publicly that they're going to participate. And so it sounds like that from the way the timelines run, and you know how the federal government is with timelines and that type of thing, the best case scenario in terms of when these potential programs will be available in terms of being able to start applications and that kind of thing, the best case scenario we've heard so far, pardon me, is December 1st.
Yeah.
Which usually means probably June of 2012, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm joking and I'm making light of it, but unfortunately it kind of works out that way with a lot of these things.
Look at the HAFA program, the short sale program the government came out with.
Right, exactly.
It started in April 2010.
Right.
April 2010 to December 2010 is that 6 to 8 month period. They only did, I think it was 5,000 short sales to that program nationwide.
Right, and in all the time that I've been doing this, I've been in this business 19 years, and all the time I've been doing this and dealing with the federal government, the only time they've ever done anything early was when Brian Bilbray called in a week early last week to our radio show. I mean, he's setting an example. Let's hope he's planting a seed and starting a trend, right?
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
I don't know if the rest of the politicians and the rest of government will follow that trend. Usually it's past the timeline over budget.
By the way, I don't know that Brian Bilbray's listening, but if he is, Congressman Bilbray, thank you so much for calling in. We really do appreciate it, and we do hope that you get better. He's a little under the weather right now, and we do hope that he gets back and gets well soon. And we do appreciate him calling in a week early last week, and it really would be a cool thing if the government operated that way. I really think that could work. Hey, San Diego, we're ready for your calls at 1-800-760-5362. That's 1-800-760-5362. 1-800-760-KFMB, and get in the zone, San Diego. Jump right in. The water's fine. Hey, by the way, my Sooners are up 44-17 in the third quarter with 10 seconds left, and I just absolutely could not be happier. In fact, I'm going to have a hard time talking. Hey, we're coming up on a break. Trent, can you stay with us?
Yeah.
All right, bud. Hey, stay with us. When we come back, we'll have more with Trent, and we'll be here taking your calls. I'm your host, Mike Litton with Keller Williams Realty. This is the Real Estate Zone, airing every Saturday afternoon at 3 on 760 KFMB.